Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Robert Water.
Welcome back to John Randall Field for Day 3 of Wahpeton Post-20's annual baseball tournament. Wahpeton 3-0. They've already taken home the hardware top record in the tournament, only unbeaten team. Basically ran through the competition so far outside of a 13-9 victory over Lemoore. Wahpeton has outscored opponents 31-11 if my Breckenridge math is correct. Thank you for joining us tonight. Wahpeton is about ready to take on Detroit Lakes. This is the final game of the tournament. Little North Dakota-Minnesota game here. Montana brought Glasgow. Otherwise, it's an all North Dakota-Minnesota tournament. And then, of course, like I just said, Glasgow, Montana, who Wahpeton defeated. Caden Kappas threw a one-hitter in that game. 9 strikeouts. Wahpeton won 8-0. Let's take a look at your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups on your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. For Detroit Lakes, they're going to lead off with DH number 5, Easton Reiber. Center fielder, number 9, Chaz Eckhoff. In the 3 spot, we have your shortstop wearing number 15, Noah Reiber. Batting cleanup, number 1, playing left field, Connor Beswick. Playing first base and batting 5th is number 21, Tanner Wilson. Cale MacArthur, he'll wear 12 and he'll play third. Henry Peters, lucky number, he's playing left field, and he is wearing number 10. Got a little mixed up there. Connor Beswick is your pitcher, and he is wearing number 7. Carson Crump, he is catching and playing shortstop, and Brock Swears is in right field, wearing number 2. For Wahpeton Post-20, who is now 3-0 on the season, Caden Kappas leading off playing shortstop. He wears number 5. Skylar Blado, red hot with the bat, playing second base. He wears number 3. Jackson Fleeflet, fan favorite, wearing number 7, playing catcher as always. Jaden King, Big Bird in the cleanup spot. He wears number 6. He'll play right field. Lefty in the field, righty at the dish. Cooper Klosterman, he's DHing and pitching, which means that they can lift him from the mound at any point and he can assume DH, but he's going to get the start on the rubber today. He wears number 9. Aiden Hayek, the up-and-coming youngster, off to a fantastic start to the season, picked up the win on the hill yesterday. He is playing first base today, so that's the first time we're going to see him over there this summer. He's wearing number 12. Nick Langenwalter made the most of his 2 starts yesterday. He'll get a third, playing third, where he had a web gem in yesterday's action. He wears number 11. Josiah Brewer, he's back in the batting order. He's playing left field, wearing number 4. And Miles Hinckley, for the 4th straight game, is your 9-hitter. He is playing center field, lots of speed out there. He wears number 13. That is your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Thanks once again for joining us on B92.7 FM and streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube. The Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Let's take a look at the numbers from Wahpeton, as I'm not sure we'll have time to take a break before the game here. Right on schedule. Look at everybody keeping this tournament together. First and foremost, the Hockert family tending to the field, which looks beautiful, by the way. All those bare spots we saw in the drone footage to start last year, mostly gone. Looking very nice here. We got a windy day at JR, winds approaching 20 miles an hour. Blown out to right field. So Wahpeton opened this tournament with a 13-9, with a 10-2 victory, over Fergus Falls on Friday. They moved on to play Lemoore 10 a.m. yesterday, 13-9, and then they beat Glasgow, Montana 8-0 behind that Caden Kappas one-hitter. So let's jump into yesterday's game, as we already covered the Fergus Falls game. You can read that story on kbmwnews.com. The Lemoore game was filled with hit batters. Jackson Fleeflet took the brunt of the damage. He was hit 4 times in that game as Lemoore beaned 10 Wahpeton batters. Jaden King was hit 3 times. So the number 3 and the number 4 hitters for Wahpeton hit by pitch 7 times. Caden Kappas hit twice more, and Skylar Blado was the 10th victim. 12 RBIs in that game for Wahpeton. Let's take a look at the lineup. Kappas went 1 for 3 with 2 runs and a ribby. Skylar Blado is coming out party 3 for 3. He doubled. Jackson Fleeflet 0 for 1, hit 4 times. Jaden King 1 for 2, a pair of runs, a pair of RBIs. Cooper Klosterman breaking out the boomstick against Lemoore, 2 for 4, 5 RBIs, a career high for Cooper Klosterman. Aiden Hayek 2 for 3. Nick Langenwalter 2 for 3 with a pair of runs. Excellent defense yesterday at both third base and second base from Langenwalter. Joe Brew 0 for 2. He did score a run. He did have an RBI. He walked with the bases loaded. And that was his final line. Miles Hinckley 1 for 3, a pair of runs scored and a walk. The lefty in the 9 spot finding ways to get on base, and Aiden Hayek got the win in that one. 4 innings. He was hit hard in the first inning. Gave up 5 runs total. Only 3 of them earned. Only had 1 strikeout, but he only walked 1 batter as well. So a mixed bag from Aiden Hayek, but he comes away with the W in his first A-Legion start. Skylar Blado comes in. They gave him the save. They were up by 4 runs. He did let a runner on. I don't believe it was a save opportunity, but they gave him the save on Game Changer. He pitched 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned, a walk and a strikeout. So Blado working around a little trouble to shut the door on a good Lemoore program. Jumping into the Glasgow game, that was yesterday at 3 o'clock. Caden Kappas 1 for 2 with a pair of runs, so 6 runs for Kappas in 3 games. He's yet to really get the bat going. He has a double to the center field fence, but he's been able to get on base and score, whether it's hit by pitch, walk, or error, and he has 6 runs out of the leadoff spot. Skylar Blado 3 for 3, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Jackson Fleeflet 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. Jaden King was 0 for 2 with an RBI. Cooper Klosterman 0 for 1 with a run scored. Aiden Hayek 0 for 1 with a run scored. Nick Langenwalter 1 for 2, so 3 hits for Nick Langenwalter yesterday. Eli Kappas, who made some loud contact against Lemoore in foul territory, roped one down the line outside. It was a hard-hit chopper that the third baseman lunged for. Couldn't get it. Bases loaded double for Eli Kappas. He came around to score. He finished 1 for 2, 2 RBIs, and Miles Hinckley went hitless in this one in the 9th spot. Again, Caden Kappas, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Absolutely filthy bag of pitches. That's a look at your Wahpeton games from yesterday. 2 wins, 3 overall in the tournament, and they look like they picked up right where they left off last year, your 2023 Class A state champions. We will take a quick break here on your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. I'm Robert Wannick. You're listening to Wahpeton Post 20 Baseball on B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Legion baseball is in the air. Unfortunately, I had to put the sunflower seeds away. I'm up in the Hebben Gene Diedrich press box here at John Randall Field. You're listening to Wahpeton Post 20 versus Detroit Lakes. I'm Robert Wannick on B92.7 FM. Wahpeton 3-0. They have won 25 straight games. It's been nearly a year, a calendar year, since they've lost a baseball game. That was at the Battle of Omaha against Billings, Montana. Don't look now, but they look recharged for another run at the state championship that they claimed last year. But right now, some exhibition games to get the new look lineups rolling. Some guys who have been on fire to start the season that weren't regulars last year include Skylar Blado. He'll be batting second today, and he will be playing second as well. We have Cooper Klosterman, who's pitching, so it's our first look at him after he posted a 1.74 ERA in Class B last summer. Aiden Hayek has been a diamond in the rough for this post-20 team. Nick Langenwalter, 2 great games yesterday. Joe Brew finally getting his moment here as a starter this season after being a courtesy running option and an absolute energy bringer the last 2 years on the state title runs. Miles Hinckley as well, a new full-time starter in the 9th spot. We will also see guys like Eli Kappas, Avery Malmy, Braden Steffens. The list goes on and on. I apologize if I forget somebody, but Wahpeton is deep. They didn't drop off much this year. This is the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Head on over there. Try a French onion steak sandwich. I'm the official French onion steak ambassador. Tradition of great taste, good taste, and company. It's actually great taste, though. Come on, let's be real. So we're getting ready to go here. Wahpeton is wrapping up their I.O., and it's a beautiful day at John Randall Field. Wind is whipping to the outfield. Be a good time to call Jackson Fleeflet home run. He didn't get a chance yesterday, hit by pitch 4 times. He played 1 amateur baseball game this year before he had to choose whether he was going to play amateur or Legion. And in his very first at-bat with a wood bat, he sent it on top of someone's house. Hope they had good insurance. Jackson Fleeflet batting up 3rd today for Wahpeton. Lots of power in that bat, followed by Jaden King, who also has a lot of power in his bat. So Wahpeton versus Detroit Lakes here. Game 10 of this post-20 tournament at John Randall Field. I'm having fun, and I'm filming for the docu-series on KBMWnews.com, Facebook, that we're running on the team. Lots of interviews. I already interviewed Fleeflet, Hayek, Wendy Kappas, the Batgirl. Of course, she's a post-game interview every game. She likes the limelight. She said she's really proud of post-20, and she likes it when they score more runs than the other team. So great advice from Wendy there. Just score more runs than the other team, and you're going to be all right. So we're going to take one more quick break here before we get back into it. Wahpeton taking on Detroit Lakes, looking to go 4-0 on their home field, opening weekend of the American Legion baseball season on B92.7 FM and streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanek, calling Wahpeton versus Detroit Lakes. Wahpeton 3-0 in this post-20 tournament, looking good to start the season. Looking to cap it off with a win. Detroit Lakes coming off a win just a moment ago in the last game. That was over Lemoore. So Detroit Lakes coming in hot to this one, looking like they're playing their best baseball. They got walloped in the opening game of the tournament, but able to beat a good Class B program in Lemoore just earlier this afternoon. We'll see what they bring to Wahpeton, who's already won this tournament round-robin format with their 3-0 start. Let's take one more look at your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups on your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. For your visiting Detroit Lakes post 15, Easton Reiber, DH. Chaz Eckhoff in the 2-hole. He's playing center. Noah Reiber's playing short. Connor Beswick, he's pitching. Tanner Wilson playing first base. Cale MacArthur over at the hot corner. Henry Peters playing left field. Corbin Crump is playing catcher. Brock Swears is over in right. And for your hometown post-20 defending Class A state champions, we've got Caden Kappas playing shortstop, Skylar Blado playing second, Jackson Fleeflet behind the plate, Jaden King in right field, Cooper Klosterman on the bump, Aiden Hayek at first base, Nick Langenwalter at the hot corner, Joey Brewer. He is in left field today, and Miles Hinckley is going to be your fast-footed center fielder, tracking stuff down all over the outfield. That's a look at your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups as they announce them right now on the field. There will be no national anthem, as they already did it today. And I'm just trying to hang in there with you guys. I'm going on 3 hours of sleep. The dad life has me reeling today, but you know what it is, living on caffeine and a dream, baby. It's summer baseball, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Well, I'd miss it for my kid, but Grandpa and Grandma got him, so shout out to all the Grandpa and Grandmas out there. Can't wait till I can take him to some baseball games right here at John Randall Field. It's going to be a fun season. We are filming a docu-series on the post-20 team. Episode 1 is well underway in production, probably because I've put about 25 hours in on it this weekend. And it is going to be fun because this group of kids is another talented group with another story to write after Wahpeton graduates some serious dudes. Caden Hockert, who went 14-0 on the mound last year, he's gone. Jack Rittenauer, second baseman, who had a walk-off hit in Regions, he's gone. Tori Ulick, center fielder, who hits 400, He was just an all-conference player at NDSCS with 50 stolen bases last summer. He's gone. Josiah Hoffman might be back to play later this summer. He's gone as of right now. Gavin Schroeder, he's gone. He had a home run on 4th of July last year. So all these guys did huge things. They're gone. And as we look out on the field, Wahpeton's 3-0. So that's some staying power in Class A from this post-20 team. And they'll play Detroit Lakes. Detroit Lakes will come out today in the red retro uniforms. They kind of look like the old Astros uniforms. If you remember the orange ones, they have the two-tone red and white lines. Torso down, and the top is solid red. Baby blue numbers, white letters, white pants. Wahpeton is once again coming out in the navy blue tops, the vests. They have white dry fits underneath today. White pants, navy blue hat. A little disappointed we didn't see the Twinkies style powder blues that they busted out last season. Hopefully saving those for the Independence Day Classic here. Head on over to kbmwnews.com Facebook page. There's tons of updates and photos from this tournament. There's a story on the opening game, and I'll have a recap story out either tonight or tomorrow morning on the entirety of the tournament. As Jackson Fleeflet throws it down, and we're ready to play ball at John Randall Field. Thank you for joining me on B92.7 FM. I'm Robert Wannick. Kelly McNary behind the plate. Greg Highcamp in the field. That's your officiating crew today. Cooper Klosterman on the hill. He'll work out of the windup against DH Easton Reiber. DH is usually somebody who bats in either a power spot or towards the bottom of the order, but this is the leadoff man. Usually it's a small infielder with speed up there. This is the DH, Easton Reiber, as he ropes the second pitch foul down the left field line, and it's a 1-1 count. Don't usually see a designated hitter in Legion batting leadoff, so there must be a reason why he's up there. Put good bat on ball. Just hit it foul. 1-1 pitch on the way from Klosterman, and that's going to hit him on the lead elbow. That's going to hurt. Hopefully he's not a lefty thrower. That can cause some issues, but he'll get to first base on the hit by pitch, as Wahpeton was hit by pitch 10 times against Lemoore yesterday. Maybe they feel bad for the other teams, decide they'll give them one free base. A little bit of pain to go with it. As Reiber is on first base, that brings up Chaz Eckhoff, your number 2 hitter. First pitch to Chaz is off the plate for a ball. Chaz wearing number 9. Keep an eye on Easton Reiber over there at first base. Klosterman comes set after looking over. He's going to go home. 0-1 pitch is at the belt, inside corner, strike. Cooper Klosterman looking to do big things here. High school graduate of Wahpeton getting his first run at Class A Legion. 1-1 pitch is upstairs, 2-1. He's got the talent. Played both sides of the baseball. Had 5 RBIs yesterday. Good showing from the big man. 6'4" righty on the hill. Has a 2-1 count to the 2-hitter. Jams him. Fleeflet's going to drift back, almost run into Kelly McNary behind the plate, but he catches it for the first out. You know, Fleeflet got a buzz cut. I heard him talking to Fergus Falls about his haircut when I had him mic'd up before the first game. Maybe made him a little aerodynamic to get the mask off for that one and make the catch. So Chaz Eckhoff pops out to the catcher, and we have 1 down with 1 on for Detroit Lakes here in the first inning. Nice curveball back to the mound. It bounces over Cooper Klosterman's glove. It's going to be a close play at first, and Skylar Blado is not going to be able to get him. So that ball was hit right back at Klosterman. Looked like it surprised him a little bit. Skipped over the top of his glove, and Skylar Blado had to try to make a quick throw from second base. Not in time. Noah Reiber joins Easton Reiber on base. Easton moves to second. Noah beats that one out for an infield single. First hit of the ball game. First pitch to Connor Beswick is fouled off for strike 1. Runners on first and second, 1 down, 0-0 here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton's in the field. Detroit Lakes getting the first crack at things in this post-20 tournament game. That one is hit hard to center field. Hinckley's got a beat on it, but he pulls up One hops him. Quickly he gets it in, and we have the bases loaded after back-to-back hits. Connor Beswick, line drive single to dead center. Easton Reiber moves to third. Noah Reiber to second. And Detroit Lakes is threatening here early. First baseman Tanner Wilson steps to the plate. All righties so far for DL in the lineup. One out. We'll see if they play small ball or try to smack one through the infield. First pitch is down for a ball. Nick Langenwalter playing up on the grass at third base. Aiden Hayek playing up on the grass at first. That one nearly hits Wilson for ball 2. Almost resulting in the first run of the game. Bases are loaded. Cooper Klosterman looking to bear down here. And he won't find the zone with that one either. It's 3-0, prompting a quick mound visit by Jackson Fleeflet. Looks like the coaches are going to stay in the dugout. This mound visit is presented by Minn Kota Ag Products. Minn Kota Mound Visit, your #1 grain marketing and agriculture supply company. Early adversity here for Post 20, who's outscored their 3 opponents in this tournament 31-11, undefeated thus far. Detroit Lakes trying to put a dent in that armor. Bases juiced, 1 out. Top of the first. Klosterman finds the zone with a knee-high fastball, 3-1. Tough spot here for Klosterman, 3-1. Facing Tanner Wilson, ball 4. So that's going to result in the first run of the ball game. That walk is presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Noah Reiber to third, Connor Beswick to second, Tanner Wilson aboard via walk. Brings up Cale MacArthur. Working out of the windup is Klosterman. And he hits the outside corner right on the black for a strike. Klosterman staring right over the top of his glove. Enters the windup. Right-handed delivery straight over the top, and it stays over the top. 1-1. Cooper struggling with his command here in his first start of the summer, and that's going to prompt a mound visit from pitching coach Steve Hockert. Minn Kota Ag Products presenting these mound visits. Today in the final game of the Wahpeton Post 20 tournament, we are streaming this game on KBMW News Live YouTube. Head on over and check it out. Let's get both of these windows open for you guys so you can get a little better sound there. Good crowd today here at John Randall Field. As Steve Hockert heads back to the dugout, and Cooper Klosterman is going to try this again with a 1-1 count, bases loaded to Cale MacArthur. Over the top. Throws the dark one, drops off the table. Swing got nowhere close to touching that one, and Klosterman is up 1-2. 1-2 from Klosterman. Fastball rolled over. It's going to stay fouled on the third baseline, and that was a useful mound visit there by Hockert. He comes out, not only settles him down, but tells him to spin one off, and he does with the off speed. 1-2 pitch once again on the way from Klosterman. Breaking ball, strike 3, looking, backwards K. Klosterman gets the second out of the inning by himself. We'll see if he sticks with that off-speed pitch. Bases loaded. Henry Peters, he's up to bat, fouls it into the net. So Klosterman, he's up 0-1 on Peters. Wahpeton trails 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard on the top of the first. Bases are still loaded. Pitch to Peters. Knee-high outside corner, strike 2, and Klosterman has figured something out as he tries to get out of this inning with just 1 run allowed. Klosterman, another backwards K, paints the outside corner with a 4-seamer. Does a great job leaving the bases stranded after 1/2 inning. Detroit Lakes 1, Wahpeton 0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on B92.7, where the B stands for baseball.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install select front and rear brake pads and 4 select rotors. Up to $20 in rebates on select AC Delco batteries. Up to $15 in rebates on the purchase of 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. And up to $10 in rebates on the purchase and install of select AC Delco cabin air and engine filters. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. SmithMotors.com.
Welcome back to B92.7 FM. We're at the iconic John Randall Field as Wahpeton looks to move to 4-0 on the season, but they're down early, 1-0 after 1/2 inning. Cooper Klosterman shaking off some jitters in his first start of the season. Left the bases loaded. 2 looking strikeouts in a row after a mound visit from pitching coach Steve Hockert. First one was on a pretty nice curveball. Got the second batter surprised with a 4-seamer that he zipped over the outer half of the plate. And Detroit Lakes is up 1-0 as Wahpeton comes to bat in the bottom of the first on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's going to be Caden Kappas, your University of Minnesota Crookston Golden Eagle, leading off. Kappas threw the one-hitter last night against Glasgow, Montana. 1-hit shutout as Wahpeton won 8-0. He'll look to set the table here. First pitch on the way, right off the Evo shield on his elbow, and Wahpeton is going to be hit once again. Approaching 20 batters hit in the tournament. 10 alone against Lemoore, so they're on pace to break that now. 1 batter up, 1 batter hit. And you know, these batters these days, these Legion players, they look robotic up there with so much protective gear. Why not wear one off the elbow? As Kappas leads off first base, they throw over. He's back easily. Your pitcher is Connor Beswick. Kappas had a 600 on base last summer. And that one nearly hits Blado. So Wahpeton hitters can't stay away from the baseball in the batter's box this weekend. They throw over to first again. Not any closer as Kappas gets back just fine. Blado, 3-for-3 performance yesterday. Excited for that young man. Poised for a breakout season. Pitch on the way. That one's above the belt for a ball. Gets a long stare in from Beswick. 2-0. Teammates are telling him to bring it down a little bit. That's what he'll try to do as he's behind in the count here against Skylar Blado. 2-0. Delivery. Blado flares it foul. Blado has shown a nice ability to hit it to the right side if the pitch is thrown on the outer half of the plate, and that's what separates the good hitters from the great hitters. That patience to let the pitch travel. 2-1. Beswick stares over at Kappas at first base. Beswick comes set in the stretch. Delivery, 3/4 arm, fouled down the first baseline. So Klosterman for Wahpeton, he has your old school over-the-top trajectory righty. And Beswick also a righty with the 3/4 arm slot. So he evens the count at 2-2 to Wahpeton's number 2 hitter, Skylar Blado. That one's in the dirt. Kappas is not going to be able to advance, but the count will run full. So nobody out. Blado trying to make it back-to-back runners on base to start this ball game for Wahpeton. Payoff pitch on the way. Blado hits that one again to the right side. That one deeper, but still foul, as a group of young Post 20 fans chase after it. Lots of real estate here at John Randall to run around and play catch and have fun if you're a kid enjoying a ball game in the summer. Truly one of the best baseball fields in the state of North Dakota. Full count pitch on the way again, and Blado leaves that one inside. Ball 4. So a hit by pitch to Kappas, a walk to Blado presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. And Wahpeton trying to erase this 1-0 lead early on in the first inning. Brings up Jackson Fleeflet, who was hit by pitch 4 times yesterday. He's going to stretch out a little before he gets in the box. Grips that DeMarini Goods bat tight, and he's ready to let one fly here on a windy day at JR. First pitch to Fleeflet, off the catcher's glove. That's a pass ball. Both runners advance. And Detroit Lakes a little bit sloppy in the field to start this one. Kappas over to third. Blado to second. And Jackson Fleeflet at the plate. He'll be followed by Jaden King. Nobody out. Pitch to Fleeflet. Takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Fleeflet, one twirl of the bat. Here comes the pitch. That one's way outside. That's going to get off the catcher's glove, and Kappas thinks about it. But there's nobody out, and he's going to wisely stay put at third. You don't want to make the first or third out on the bases. Kappas, a veteran base runner. He knows that. And Fleeflet's got a 2-1 hitter's count, and that's all he wants to do is hit. He's tired of getting walked and hit by pitch. Delivery on the way. Gets out in front of an outside pitch in the hole. Shortstop fields it, fires a strong throw to first for the out, but the fielder's choice will result in an RBI as Kappas scores, and Skylar Blado hustles over to third base in safely on a headfirst slide. So Jackson Fleeflet out on the fielder's choice, but he does drive in a run as Caden Kappas scores his 7th run of the tournament. And we're all tied at 1-1 in the first inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If you're just tuning in, this is Detroit Lakes versus Wahpeton, the Post-20 tournament right here in Wahpeton. I'm Robert Wannick on B92.7 FM, and we're streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. Jaden King at the plate for Wahpeton. First pitch to King, and that hits him. King hit 3 times in the Lemoore game yesterday. He's hitting his first at-bat today. And I know for a fact that Jaden King didn't say nothing to the other team because he doesn't say anything at all. Pretty mild-mannered superstar for Wahpeton Post-20. He's their lefty ace, got the win versus Fergus Falls. Now we got runners on the corner, and that's going to bring up your pitcher, Cooper Klosterman. King goes. They're going to throw it all the way through, and King's safe. Blado's going to try to make it home, and he does. Head first, throw goes to the backstop, and King's going to go first to third. A hard round, but he'll stay put. So Wahpeton showcasing that base running as Skylar Blado slides in head first. So it's 2-1. Wahpeton takes a lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As Cooper Klosterman remains at the plate. Klosterman takes a strike on the inside half. He's down 0-2. Klosterman takes what looks to be a slider in the other batter's box. He holds off, and it's a 1-2 count. Jaden King 90 feet away. Cooper Klosterman trying to help his own cause with a hit here. He hits that one hard down the line, and it's fair. That's going to paint the chalk. Klosterman, he's going to dig for 2 here. And he's going to get in there with a slide. He didn't need to, but he said, I want to. Get dirty on that double. Cooper Klosterman, RBI. His 6th in the last 2 days. He kept that one just inside the third baseline, hugged the base. That's going to be an RBI for Cooper Klosterman as Wahpeton takes a 3-1 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're still in the first inning here, folks. Final game of the Wahpeton Post 20 tournament. As Carter Hockert, a.k.a. Bob Hockert, comes into courtesy run for your pitcher, Cooper Klosterman. And it's going to bring up Aiden Hayek. So this lineup doesn't get any easier for Connor Beswick as Hayek is on fire to start the season. Hayek likes to crowd the plate. He's on the chalk closest to the plate. He rolls that one over to the shortstop. Candy hop, chest high. That kid could throw the ball hard to first. He does. They're going to throw it to third, but not in time. So the fielder's choice will advance. Pinch runner Carter Hockert. That was a fantastic play by your Detroit Lakes shortstop, Noah Reiber, showing off his arm strength early in this game. He has both outs in this inning. But Wahpeton not done yet. As Nick Langenwalter comes to the plate, he had 3 hits yesterday. Langenwalter swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls it back behind the press box. Nick Langenwalter, all-state football player, linebacker, great possession receiver. He was number 3 in the EDC in tackles. Top 10 in receptions as well. He's down 0-1 in the count. Takes that one off the plate. It's 1-1. Nick Langenwalter wearing double ones on the back of his navy blue Post 20 jersey. Marucci is his bat of choice. Trying to get another RBI across here. And he wisely takes that one off the plate. It's 2-1. And Corbin Crump having some trouble corralling these pitches. I don't know if he's got to break that glove in or he's having some trouble with the batter's eye or what's going on, but those are just some fastballs not far off the plate, but they're squirting away. 2-1 pitch on the way to Nick Langenwalter. That one's in the dirt, and that will be a wild pitch. Good carom off the wall, but not good enough as Carter Hockert easily scores. Wahpeton piling it on after trailing 1-0 after a half inning. They've answered with 4 runs, emptied the bases here. 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nick Langenwalter up 3-1 in the count. Langenwalter takes a fastball off the plate, gets a 2-hand shoulder shrug from the pitcher, who's clearly frustrated, and that's going to draw a Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit from the Detroit Lakes coach, and we're going to take a quick break on B92.7. Wahpeton 4, Detroit Lakes 1. 2 down in the first inning. Wahpeton is at bat. This is B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
When it was clear that my dad could not live on his own, I was worried. He was still independent, but he needed assistance. I didn't know I had any options. Then I brought up my concerns to my wife.
Well, and I had heard so many good things about Twin Town Villa, so I suggested we stop out and take a tour.
The minute we walked through the door and met the staff, I knew this was the perfect option for Dad. Dad's Twin Town Villa apartment is clean and spacious, plenty of room for my active dad to move around.
Twin Town Villa was and is our best option. It'll be yours too. Call or stop in for a tour today.
After that Nick Langenwalter walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm, Josiah Brewer comes up in the number 8 hole for Wahpeton Post 20. Pitch to Brewer inside. Almost hits him. If you've been tuning in this weekend, that's been the theme. 1-0 to Josiah Brewer. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Wahpeton up 4-1. Beswick, delivery home. Brewer hits that one straight up in the air. It's going to carry back over the top of the press box here. 1-1 count to Joe Brew. Another one of the new faces in the starting lineup this year for Post 20. Played a key role as a runner, pinch running and courtesy running during last year's state championship run. He's ready for the 1-1 pitch. Takes that one on the outside corner. Perfect location, a pitcher's pitch 1-2. Joe Brew 1-2, trying to extend the inning. 2 outs. Nick Langenwalter stealing second, and he's going to be upstanding. Excellent jump, stole that one off the pitcher. And Nick Langenwalter seizing the moment here to start the summer. He's been one of the top producers over the last 3 games. So he takes a healthy lead at second base. 2-2 count here to Josiah Brewer. And Josiah Brewer calls time after Beswick takes a long look at Langenwalter at second base. And the wind is picking up here, folks, as the 2-2 pitch is on the way to Brewer, and he's going to strike out looking. That one, a no-doubter across the knees for out number 3. But not before Wahpeton jumps ahead 4-1 after 1 full inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Detroit Lakes looking to answer at the Post-20 tournament. This is the final game of 10 games this weekend. You're listening to B92.7 FM. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. Wahpeton takes a 4-1 lead after 1 inning, and how did they do it? Hit by pitch, walk, fielder's choice, hit by pitch, double from Cooper Klosterman down the third baseline, fielder's choice, walk. So 1 hit, 4 runs. Wahpeton stringing it together any way possible, stealing a couple bases, running on the throw, just doing all the little things that make a good baseball team great. So the first pitch here from Klosterman is a strike to Corbin Crump. And the second pitch is high. So 1-1 count here. Sun shining down on John Randall Field as Klosterman works out of the windup. 1-1 pitch catches the knees. Jumps ahead on the number 8 hitter, Corbin Crump. 1-2. Cooper Klosterman. That's grounded over to the second baseman, Skylar Blado. Throws it right on the money to first baseman Aiden Hayek for the first out of the inning. So Corbin Crump grounds out for Detroit Lakes to start the second inning. And we are now at the bottom of the order with Brock Swears. Brock Swears wearing number 2. Takes the first pitch off the plate outside for a ball. So Cooper Klosterman settling in after a hit by pitch and 2 singles to start the ball game. He struck out 2 and forced a grounder since, and as I say that, he throws one to the backstop. He's down 2-0 in the count to Brock Swears, the number 9 hitter. See if he throws a get-me-over fastball here since he's at the bottom of the order, and he will do just that, strike 1. Flea Flip pulled it back in a little bit, but apparently he caught enough of the plate. See if Klosterman can build off that. 2-1 pitch, bounces in the dirt, it's 3-1. Klosterman, a big dude out there on the mound at 6'4", played post for the Huskies basketball team. His 3-1 pitch is on the way. That one is way high, but it gets a swing out of Brock Swears anyways. And we now have a full count with 1 down in the second inning. Klosterman's full count pitch is in the dirt. That's going to be a walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Second walk of the game in his mini innings for Cooper Klosterman brings us to leadoff hitter Easton Reiber, who was hit by pitch and came around to score the first run of the ball game. Wahpeton's infield goes like this from left to right, looking out from the press box. We have Nick Langenwalter, Caden Kappas, Skylar Blado, and Aiden Hayek. Outfield goes like this left to right. Joe Brew, Miles Hinckley, and Jaden King. Cooper Klosterman on the hill. Jackson Fleeflet, his battery mate. Klosterman up 0-1 to leadoff man Easton Reiber. Second pitch skips outside, blocked by Jackson Fleeflet. Klosterman comes set, one down, runner on first. Delivery, nice fastball on the inside, freezes Easton Reiber, and he's got him in a 1-2 hole. Klosterman going right at the top of the order here, trying to protect this 4-1 Wahpeton lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Klosterman out of the stretch. Breaking ball. Buckles him. Strike 3. Cooper Klosterman. Third strikeout of the ball game. Second out of the second inning for the towering righty. So 2 down. Chaz Eckhoff steps to the plate. Klosterman trying to get out of here with the scoreless inning. And that breaking ball is working, folks. Klosterman checks first. Little chop step move. Throw back to the mound from Hayek a little low. Klosterman able to catch it, but even if he wasn't, fundamental Nick Langenwalter there backing it up. Caden Kappas doing the same from shortstop. Pitch down and in for a ball to Chaz Eckhoff. (1-0) to the number 2 hitter for Detroit Lakes. Runner goes, it's fouled straight back into the net. Did not miss that one by much. Klosterman gets a strike on the scoreboard, evens the count. Again, a good crowd at John Randall. Tons of places, whether you just want to stand and watch. They have a big protective net. Doesn't take away from much of the view either. And then further down the third base and first base line, you can come right up on the fence as Klosterman gets the breaking ball across once again for strike 2. They have a terrace that you can sit on. There's an area where golf carts are parked down the left field line by the foul pole. And then, of course, the stadium seating. Fantastic here. But we got the best seat in the house as the 1-2 pitch is on the way. Runner steals. It's a pitch out. Throw is on. Tag is on. So Jackson Fleeflet hoses down his second runner of the game. Caden Kappas makes a sprinting tag. And Cooper Klosterman with a scoreless second inning. Wahpeton 4, Detroit Lakes 1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is Post 20 Baseball on B92.7 FM. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30, and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. I would like to let you know about our DEF fluid. Whether you're looking for a 2.5 gallon jug or a 275 gallon tote, we've got you covered. You can also grab it at the pumps at the Southern Valley Travel Center located on the 210 bypass. So whatever your DEF needs are, we're here to help.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. I'm Robert Wanick on B92.7. Detroit Lakes coach having a long conversation with home plate ump Kelly McNary, and McNary's really not one you want to bark at, and he's getting pretty animated, the coach is, with some hand gestures, and Kelly's telling him, I don't want to speculate what he's telling him, but he's giving him a long leash here, and I don't know what he could be arguing about. Maybe just a little upset that Cooper Klosterman has thrown some untouchable curveballs, and Wahpeton's up 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning, and he is still at the plate. So I don't know what this conversation is about. And Kelly's now telling him to go back to the dugout. I don't know if anybody else up in the booth here has any insight, but I don't know what he's arguing about. Yeah, he might not like the strike zone. He might not like a lot of things, but game's going to go on. Try to find out what that was about after the game. First pitch is grounded softly down the first baseline by Miles Hinckley. He's going to try to beat it out, but a bare hand flip from the pitcher gets him. Fantastic defensive play by Connor Beswick. That'll bring us to the top of the order. Caden Kappas hit by pitch and scored the first time. Interesting, long conversation with the Detroit Lakes frontman and Kelly McNary behind the plate. Brings up Caden Kappas. Kappas takes a curveball in the dirt for ball one. Kappas touches the outside of the plate with his bat, and he's ready to go. 1-0 pitch. That is a knee-high fastball. Inside corner. Reich. 1-1 count here. Connor Beswick facing Wahpeton's dangerous leadoff man, Caden Kappas. That one outside. Ball two. Kappas works himself into a favorable count here. If you're just tuning in, Wahpeton leads 4-1. Bottom of the second inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2-1 on the way to Caden Kappas, and that one's upstairs. 3-1. Ultimate hitters count here for the right-handed Kappas. Super senior from University of Minnesota Crookston. 3-1 pitch on the way. Kappas drills that one down the left field line, and that's going to get down. Picked up by the left fielder, but those wheels by Caden Kappas are going to get him chugging into second base easy. He slides for show, celebrates for dough. Extra base hit to start this inning, presented by High Camp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. That brings up Skylar Blado. So Kappas heating up as the weekend rolls along, trying to help his post-20 squad move to 4-0 on the season. Second extra base hit of the game for post-20. Cooper Klosterman had that double in the first inning. Blado at the plate. Kappas dancing at second base. Has the attention of Beswick on the mound, and he throws a wild pitch to the backstop. So Caden Kappas, little gamesmanship there. They almost throw it over Beswick's head on the mound. First pitch, a ball. Second pitch, Blado down 2-0. They're up 2-0 in the count. Caden Kappas 90 feet away from tacking on a run. Blado hits that one to the outfield, and another fundamental play, or is it going to be a hit? It will. It runs the gap. Blado with that sneaky pop once again. He's going to dig for three. Skylar Blado easily into third, and the throw way late. Skylar Blado triple, lets it hang. That extra base hit is presented by High Camp Construction and brought to you by yours truly, Skylar Blado, who has been surprising outfielders this weekend with that power in his bat. The second time he's hit a ball to the outfield that looked like a routine fly, and it just kept on going. Blado with the second triple of the season and the weekend for Wahpeton Post 20. That brings up Jackson Fleeflid, who takes a cutter right around his eyeballs for ball one. Fleeflit, that pitch in the dirt, 2-0, and they don't want anything to do with Fleeflit this weekend. So Wahpeton's up 5-1 now on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're streaming this game live on YouTube at KBMW News Live. Blado at third base. Fleeflet trying to bring him in. 2-0 count. That is a strike outside corner that Fleeflet will gladly let cross the plate, look for something better. Fielder's choice RBI for Jackson in his first at-bat. He takes that one at the letters for ball 3. 3-1 count to Jackson Fleeflet. And let's give him some credit for having a good eye, too. He's been very patient this weekend. 3-1 delivery on the way. Fleeflet swings at a high fastball, hits it about a mile in the air, and the left fielder's having trouble with it, and it's going to drop. And that, my friends, is going to be a double. Misjudged, and Fleeflet cannot catch a break as the throw into second base pegs him, and he is writhing in pain. Target practice open season on number 7 this weekend. But finally he gets a little boost to his slugging percentage, hits a ball a million feet in the air, and the left fielder can't track it down, finds the grass. Another extra base hit presented by our friends at High Camp Construction, and potentially another one here with Jaden King coming to the plate, and that looks like it hit Fleeflet in his throwing arm near his elbow, so hopefully he can shake it off. He's going to stay out there and run, so it must not be anything too serious. 6-1 Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jaden King saws that one off to the shortstop. He makes a play behind Fleeflet, but the runner is off the base. And Greg Highcamp signals just as much, says he pulled his foot, and that's going to be an E6. So Fleeflet scampers to third. Jaden King reaches on the first error of the ball game. And Wahpeton well on their way to a 4-0 start to the season with the way they're playing. Wahpeton 6, DL 1. Bottom of the second inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That was a routine grounder right behind Jackson Fleeflet, and the shortstop did a good job keeping his eye on it, and then he just threw it wide of the bag. And that is going to be a wild pitch. Jackson Fleeflet is going to get home. And going to third base is Jaden King. So for the second time in this ball game, Jaden King has went first to third on a wild pitch. Big Bird spreading his wings, flying around the bases today for Wahpeton Post 20. As Jackson Fleeflet scores. Makes this a 7-1 ball game in the bottom of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That one off the plate for a ball. And now the pitcher is petitioning to the field umpire for a bigger strike zone. 2-0 delivery on the way. That one is a strike at the belt. 2-1. That one's high. 3-1. And you see that a lot of frustration when teams do play Wahpeton because they just come at you with so much different stuff. Patience at the plate, power at the plate. Fundamental small ball, good base running as that one is ripped to center field, and that one nearly runs the gap, but it's going to wind up being a single for Cooper Klosterman, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And Wahpeton rolling out an all-star lineup today. Carter Hockert coming into courtesy run once again. He scored last time he did that. And that's going to bring up Aiden Hayek. As Wahpeton takes an 8-1 lead, Jaden King comes in to score on that single by Cooper Klosterman. Swing and a miss from Aiden Hayek. Hayek wearing number 12. Again, Wahpeton's wearing the navy blue vests with the white dry fits underneath today. Bestwick delivery downstairs. Count is 1-1 to Aiden Hayek. Fun game so far if you're a Wahpeton fan. That one is drilled. Base hit past the outstretched arm of the shortstop, and Wahpeton is running the bases hard again as Carter Hockert comes into third with a hard slide. First to third on the single to the left fielder, a ground ball single, and Hockert able to get over to third base. Very impressive from the courtesy runner. And that brings up Nick Langenwalter, who walked and stole second. He was stranded there in the first inning. So Wahpeton so far, 6 hits, 1 error on the shortstop, and they're up 8-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Delivery to Langenwalter in the dirt, throw down to second base, and that's going to be a steal for Hayek. Coming home is Carter Hockert. Feet first slide, head first slide. Kind of a tumble roll over the plate. He scores. And Aiden Hayek gets to third. 9-1, Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton putting on a clinic on the final day of their home tournament. Aiden Hayek goes first to third on that stolen base. Nick Langenwalter up 1-0 in the count, I believe, here. We're still in the bottom of the second inning. Wahpeton leads 9-1 over Detroit Lakes. Langenwalter takes a belt high inside fastball for a strike. Offering on the way from Beswick. Langenwalter sprays that one down the right side and deep, but it's out of play. Long break for Wahpeton pitcher Cooper Klosterman with this huge inning that they're putting together. As Langenwalter, he got mixed up on that curveball. Didn't pick it up out of the hands, kind of glitched at the plate, late swing. Give him credit for trying to protect, but he'll strike out. 2 down. Brings up Josiah Brewer, and we have officially batted around as your on-deck man, Miles Hinckley, started this one off with a ground out to the pitcher. And since then, Wahpeton has reeled off 5 runs. Brewer takes a pitch, 2 pitches off the plate. It's 2-0. Josiah Brewer, your left fielder today, wearing number 4. He falls that one off, 2-1, using a gold DeMarini bat. Cooper Klosterman hustling to get that one. Fall ball. Misses off the plate. Beswick does with the curveball. 3-1. Beswick, 3-1 pitch to Joe Brew. That one is down, and it's full, and Beswick is jumping all over the mound, kicking a little bit of dirt. And that walk is presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. So Miles Hinckley, who started this ball game off with the dribbler to Beswick, he made a nice barehand play, flipped it to first. He'll get a second shot here. Hinckley, the only lefty in the Wahpeton lineup, takes a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Hinckley wears number 13. Using the Cat X. And he hits that to the shortstop. Backhand play. They're going to have to hurry. Strong throw once again. Noah Reiber continues to impress on defense. 3 assists from him at the shortstop position, and that's going to end the inning. Damage is done. 4 runs in the first for Wahpeton, 5 in the second, and they lead 9-1. 2 innings complete at John Randall Field. This is Post 20 Baseball on B92.7, streaming at KBMW News Live YouTube. Stick around. We're not done yet. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Save big this month with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Up to $40 in rebates on the purchase and install select front and rear brake pads and 4 select rotors. Up to $20 in rebates on select AC Delco batteries. Up to $15 in rebates on the purchase of 3 select AC Delco wiper blades. And up to $10 in rebates on the purchase and install select AC Delco cabin air and engine filters. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. SmithMotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Welcome back to the crown jewel of Chankaba Park in Wahpeton. This is John Randall Field as Cooper Klosterman gets ready to start the inning, and just waiting for the music to turn off, and we're ready to go here at John Randall Field. Wahpeton up 9-1 to start the top of the third. Klosterman with a long break, in part because he delivered an RBI single as part of that 5-run second inning for Wahpeton. And we'll see how that affects him. He has struck out 4 of the last 6 batters he's faced. He's back on the bump, ready to do some damage against this Detroit Lakes lineup. High fastball, not even sure how Reiber got the bat on that one, but he does. He fouls it off. Reiber with a single his first time, got as far as third base. Pitch on the way, Reiber lines it behind Cooper Klosterman, who throws his glove at it but can't get it, and it's going to be right up the middle for a single. So Noah Reiber, not only is he lighting it up on defense, he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Impressive start to the game for that young man as he tries to will post 15 back into this one. Wahpeton up big, 9-1. First pitch from Klosterman. That one is hit hard to left. Josiah Brewer's going to give chase, and that one is out of here. 2-run home run from Connor Beswick. So there we go. Let's make sure I got the hitter right. Got the call right. Definitely a 2-run jack. Got all of that one. And that one was Noah Reiber. So Noah Reiber, as I was saying that he singled, he said, no, I got a little more pop than that. That was Reiber with the home run. Nice piece of hitting by Noah Reiber, who's now 2 for 2 with a single and a 2-run bomb. And that brings up your pitcher, and he's going to try to help his cause with a line drive, but it's right at Jaden King and right.
Up next, your first baseman, number 21, Tanner Wilson.
And that's going to bring up Tanner Wilson. First pitch to Wilson. He fouls that off down the first base line. It's 9-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Detroit Lakes showing signs of life here with that home run from shortstop Noah Reiber, who has 3 plays defensively in this ballgame as well. And Klosterman nips the outside corner, gets ahead 0-2 in the count to Tanner Wilson. That one hit down the first base line, foul by about a foot. So Reiber jumped on that pitch to score 2 runs for Detroit Lakes. Josiah Brewer turned around. Didn't have to jog very far before it went over the fence. But Klosterman going back to that off-speed pitch, gets another looking strikeout. 3rd time he's dug in his bag for that one. As Tanner Wilson strikes out looking for the 2nd out of the inning. Brings up Cale MacArthur, who had a backwards K himself back in the first frame. He will swing at a high pitch. Caden Kappas is giving chase, so is Blado, but Kappas will catch it in shallow center field to end the inning. So the 2-run home run from Noah Reiber makes it a 9-3 ball game. Detroit Lakes cuts into the Wahpeton lead. We're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This is Wahpeton versus DL. Post 20 baseball on B92.7 FM, streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. Wahpeton leads Detroit Lakes 9-3 as we head into the bottom of the third. Caden Kappas steps to the plate, takes a high pitch for ball one. Kappas hit by pitch, scored his first time around. He then doubled to the left field line, scored again. 1-0 delivery on the way. Kappas takes a low fastball on the outside half for a strike. Last inning, it was Noah Reiber with that two-run homer. I apologize, I had it down as Connor Bestwick right away, but it was Reiber with the big fly. Caden Kappas turns on an inside fastball. He's going to hit it pretty far, and that's going to one-hop the left field fence in a hurry. Kappas with plenty of speed to get his second double in his mini innings. Presented by Highcamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. That's what Post 20's done here. They've built it, and people have come. Great crowd here. Great roster construction once again. Lots of depth. All starts with your leadoff man, Caden Kappas. He doubles. He'll take off his 20 pounds of Evo Shield protective gear and hand him to his father, third base coach Chris Kappas. He'll change it for the sliding glove, which are actually pretty useful because if you've ever messed up your fingers, they do not get better. So those sliding mitts are handy as they sneak in behind Kappas, but they won't throw over, and it'll be ball one to Skylar Blado. Blado, who has 2 walks and 2 runs and some excellent base running today. Looking to tack on to this 6-run lead, on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton 3-0 in this tournament. It's round robin style. They've already won the tournament, but they have not lost a game since I believe June 12th of last year. That one's high. Kappas goes to third. He's going to steal, and it's going to go into the outfield, but he'll get in safely and stay right there with the head first slide. Another stolen base for Caden Kappas. And I put the over and under on his steals this summer at 40. I'm taking the over on that one. Pitch on the way to Skylar Blado outside. Now pitching for Detroit Lakes, Brock Swears. Moving from right field to the mound, he walks Skylar Blado. That walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Runners on the corners. Jackson Fleeflet comes to the plate. Wahpeton's big power hitter in the number 3 spot takes ball outside. Fleeflet's first 2 times, he had an RBI fielder's choice in the first inning, and in the second inning, he doubled and scored. Fleeflet is Wahpeton High School's all-time doubles leader. Had 7 homers last summer, and he's going to call for time here. One-0 count to Jackson Fleeflet. Two-0 count to Fleeflet as they continue to be careful with him. Every team in this tournament seems to have pitched around him. 3-0, that one's in the dirt. That one's to the backstop. Kappas can Cadillac style his way into home plate. For another run, it is now 10-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And in this tournament, the mercy rule is 8 runs after 5. Wahpeton goes up 7. As Jackson Fleeflet has a 3-0 count. Takes strike 1. Fastball at the knees. Blado over to second base on that wild pitch. Fleeflet looking to square something up here if it's in the zone. 3-1 pitch is outside. He just drops the bat. A little bit frustrated that he's not getting much to pitch, but he's keeping that on-base percentage near 900. Ridiculous. Imagine what kind of production that guy's going to have when they start pitching to him, if they start pitching to him. As Jaden King comes to the plate. And he takes a fastball, probably the best located fastball I've seen from Detroit Lakes all day. That one had a little bit of run to it on the outside corner. 0-1 to Big Bird. Big Bird hits that one hard. They left it over the plate, and Jaden King gives it a facelift. See ya later. A Sunday shot from Jaden King. 3 runs are going to score on that home run to left field, the first of the summer for number 6. 11, 12, 13-6 as Jaden King touches home plate. Taps helmets with Skylar Blado. And Wahpeton has poured it on here. Whole team's going to celebrate. That's how they do it here at John Randall Field. Brings up Cooper Klosterman, and there's still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wahpeton putting on a masterclass of baseball. If you were expecting to see some kind of drop-off coming into the post-20 tournament to start the year compared to last year, your predictions were way off. Wahpeton 44 runs through 4 games. Klosterman takes a curveball that doesn't bite back into the zone. We have a 1-1 count. In the dirt, off the catcher's mask. Count is 2-1. Klosterman is another guy who I don't believe has a home run under his belt, but he's got the build to hit one. Strong kid. Klosterman takes that one outside. 3-1 count. Big time home run by Jaden King has busted this game open, and Cooper Klosterman says, I want in on the fun. Hits a drive to left center, and that's going to get down. The diving attempt, no good. Klosterman wants 3. Here he comes. Throw gets to the cutoff, and Klosterman's going to get in standing by about a half step. Coach Kappas not real happy that he didn't slide, but it's a 3-bagger nonetheless. Cooper Klosterman. Extra base hit presented by High Camp Construction. And Klosterman stays piping hot at the plate in this tournament. Way too close to not be sliding on if you're Cooper Klosterman. And Eli Kappas is going to come in and pinch hit for Aiden Hayek. Eli Kappas had the bases loaded double yesterday. See if he can carry that momentum into today. And he takes a curveball up and in for ball 1. Kappas, another guy who has shown a good eye at the plate. Second pitch of the at-bat sails outside. Pitch on the way to Eli Kappas. It's like an off-speed pitch on the hands. He fights it down the third baseline in foul territory. 2-1. Eli Kappas with a hitter's count here. It's been a fun game for Wahpeton. 9 hits, 13 runs. Kappas takes that one. Cooper Klosterman's going to run home on the wild pitch, and he gets in just in time. 14-3, Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And, wasn't sure if he'd go home or not with Wahpeton leading by 10, but maybe he just wanted to practice his sliding after how close that play was at third. So Cooper Klosterman, young man's probably just excited to be in a full-time role this summer and doing a great job, both on the mound and at the plate, and that's going to be another walk from the Detroit Lakes pitching staff. Presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. That's going to send Eli Kappas, your pinch hitter, down to first base.
Now batting, third base to number 11, Nick Langenwalter.
14-3, bottom of the third inning. Brings up Nick Langenwalter. Langenwalter takes a fastball that climbs the ladder for ball 1. Second pitch, outside, ball 2. So Swears trying to settle in here. Langenwalter takes ball 3 in the dirt. Nobody out in this inning as Wahpeton has scored 4 in the first and 5 runs each in the second and the third. You do the math. As Langenwalter walks, back-to-back walks. Presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Has Eli Kappas on second and Langenwalter on first.
Number 15, Braden Steffens.
And Braden Steffens is going to pinch hit for Josiah Brewer. He'll get his first plate appearance of the weekend. Steffens, he'll be an incoming junior, absolute stud on the basketball court. Pretty decent baseball player, too. He'll get a chance to show what he can do here. Takes strike 1 right down Broadway. Steffens plays a little bit of everything. Catcher, infield, outfield, pitcher. 0-1 pitch to Steffens. That's a wild pitch. And Wahpeton runners aren't going to go anywhere with a 14-3 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. This game is streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube. Head back to earlier in this inning if you want to watch Jaden King's deep fly to left field, his first home run of the summer. And if you're a Detroit Lakes fan, Noah Reiber had one of his own to left field earlier in the ballgame. 2-1 count to the pinch hitter, Braden Steffens. Detroit Lakes trying to get the first out of this inning, and that curveball was a beauty. 2-2. To Braden Steffens. And that one sails outside. So we have a full count. Steffens up there, ready to swing the blue Louisville Slugger at anything close to the zone here. 2 runners on, nobody out. And he grounds it to the shortstop. Reiber bobbles it, picks it up with his glove, throws it to first. Not in time. So E6. Started the game off with 3 fantastic plays. He has since made 2 errors. Tough place to play shortstop, so I'm not taking anything away from him. He's had a good game. 3 assists and a home run, nothing to scoff at, but that is an E6. It's going to send Steffens to first base, and the bases are loaded again for Wahpeton. Brings up Braxton Pauley. He will pinch hit for Miles Hinckley, and it's his first appearance of the summer. Finally cleared from an elbow injury that kept him out for the spring. And he hacks at the first pitch and misses, and it goes to the backstop. All runners stay put. Pauley will join the rotation once they get him built up. He was kind of the unsung hero of the state tournament run last year. Notorious for wearing his sunglasses for most of the season until the umpires told him he couldn't. 0-1 pitch on the way to Braxton Pauley. Misses up. And it is now 2-1. So some of the reserves here for post 20 trying to make a splash in the final game of the tournament. 2-1 to Braxton Pauley. Curveball. He waits on it and he just swings over the top. Looked like he had no problem picking it up. Just dove beneath the barrel at the last second, and he's down 1-2 in the count. outside. See, I thought it was a full count. We'll see what we get from Kelly McNary here. See, he does not signal the count, so. Pauly swings, taps that down the third base line. It's going to go fair, and it's going to get past the third baseman. It hit the grass in foul territory. A little bit of a lip there. Maybe a dandelion kicks it over fair, and that's going to be an infield single. That's one way to get your name in the box score, Braxton Pauly. And Wahpeton is going to score a run.
Up next, pinch hitter number 20, Carter Hockett.
15-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Even the baseball gods are smiling down on Wahpeton with that one. And this team is going to be screaming with confidence after this weekend. We're going to get a Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. Thank you to Minn Kota. No pitching change as they're going to leave Swears out there to figure it out. Wahpeton 4-5-6. That's what the scoreboard looks like. That's how they've gotten 15 runs, bottom of the third inning. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We're going to have a pinch hitter here, and it's going to be the left-handed Carter Hockert, I believe. Pitch is off the plate. It is Carter Hockert. So bases loaded. 1-0 count. Curveball comes back around for strike one. And Hockert has already been a pivotal presence this weekend as a courtesy runner. Showing his smarts on the base paths. He's got a 1-1 count here. And Hockert thinks about swinging at that one, but he checks up, and it's going to be a strike looking on the inside half. 1-2 count. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Curveball stays up in the zone. 2-2. And I feel like I've been up here for an eternity this inning. Probably because I have. 2-2 to Carter Hockert. He hits that one to the opposite field. That's going to be real close to the line, and it's just foul. Hockert goes oppo with a 2-2 count. Nearly. He doubled on the line for Carter Hockert. So we'll try this again. 2-2. Carter Hockert at the plate. Base is loaded. And he hits that one foul. Just behind the third base dugout. He'll get another chance here. For those of you just tuning in on B92 and our KBMW News Live YouTube channel, it's 15-3. Wahpeton leads Detroit Lakes. Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Pitch on the way to Caden Hockert in the dirt. Full count. Nowhere to put him with the bases juiced. Nothing going right for Detroit Lakes post 15 in this one. Payoff pitch on the way to Hockert. Foul ball. So a great at-bat, a pinch hit at-bat for Carter Hockert, who has been your courtesy runner this weekend for Wahpeton. He's doing a fantastic job. Carter Hockert. Ball 4, Sweet Chin Music. That's an RBI walk presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm.
Up next, pinch hitter number 2, Avery Malmy.
It is now 16-3 Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Brings in Avery Malmy, another pinch hitter here. Takes the first pitch in the dirt. So Wahpeton unloading the roster here. Still getting runs across the board. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Malmy takes that one down. 2-0. Chance to do some damage here from Avery Malmy as that one skips in the other batter's box. It's 3-0. We might see another RBI walk here, folks. Pitch on the way from Swears, nowhere near the zone, goes over the top of Malmy's head, and that will walk in another run, run number 17 for post 20. we're still stuck in the third inning with nobody down. Detroit Lakes 3 runs of their own. That is run number 17 for Wahpeton. Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. Detroit Lakes tries to stop the bleeding. 8-run inning, bases loaded, nobody out. We're going to take a quick break. It looks like there's going to be a pitching change. Wahpeton 17, Detroit Lakes 3, bottom 3, B92.7 FM.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to John Randall Field. So after Post 20 graduated some stellar players from their state championship team last year, the rumors of their demise were far exaggerated. They have 17 runs on Detroit Lakes right now. Bottom of the third inning, there's still nobody out. Jackson Fleeflet steps to the plate. Not an ideal spot to be in. Number 7 hit 7 homers last year. Bases juiced for Wahpeton here, 17-3. Carlson Family scoreboard. Pitch to Fleeflet, and he takes a healthy hack. Fouls it off the end cap. 1-1 count. So far for Jackson Fleeflet today, Fielder's Choice RBI, a double and a run, and a walk and a run. Fleeflet fouls that one off. And we have a 1-2 count. I'd say if Detroit Lakes can get a strikeout of Wahpeton, that would be a win at this stage of the game. I have Wahpeton down for 1 strikeout in the game so far. And that was a pretty good curveball, but it didn't look like it broke until it got to the plate. Just a bit high. 2-2. And he's going to go with a fastball that stays off the plate, nearly hits Fleeflet. Full count. Place that Jackson Fleeflet's been a lot lately. He's either walking or getting beaned. Hits that one. That's going to be a single between third and short. And it's going to score Braxton Pauley. So Fleeflet slowly watching that RBI total climb. And Wahpeton takes an 18-3 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And this is going to start looking like an NFC North scoreboard soon. Jaden King comes up. He had the 3-run bomb to left last time. First pitch he sees, he falls into the net, and he is being aggressive once again. Pitch on the way to King. That one bounces in the dirt and looked like it might have hit King, but apparently it hit the catcher. So the bases will remain loaded here. Nobody out. We're still in the bottom of the third. One to Jaden King. He hits that one hard to right field. Right fielder's giving chase. It's going to be over his head. King is going to hold up at first base in what surely would have been an extra base hit if Wahpeton wasn't up by 16. They call off the Dogs. That's an RBI single to the fence for Jaden King. 19-3, Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. You could have made dinner, did all your chores, called in to work tomorrow, done a whole laundry list of things by the time this inning got to where it is. And we're not done yet. Don't call in to work tomorrow, though. Unless you really don't like your job, then that's up to you. First pitch to Cooper Klosterman, upstairs, ball one. $19 to 3, excuse me. Wahpeton up on Detroit Lakes in the bottom of the third inning. And Detroit Lakes actually led this game 1-0 after the top of the first. And then they made it a 9-3 game on a home run by Noah Reiber. And then Wahpeton batted. So that's where we're at. Cooper Klosterman, bases loaded. Takes that one down the pipe, 3-1. Eli Kappas on deck. Getting a good suntan out there is Greg Heitkamp, field umpire. Klosterman hits that to the shortstop, Reiber. He's going to throw it to second base for the first out of the inning. They're going to try to get two, and they won't. So fielder's choice scores another run for Wahpeton, and that is run number 20. Avery Malmy scores to make it a 20-3 ball game in the third inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If you want to see how we got here, head on over to KBMW News Live YouTube. You might have to go way back towards the beginning of this inning. There is a Jaden King home run in there. Brings up Eli Kappas. Kappas takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Looks like maybe they're going to open the strike zone up a little bit here just because of the situation. 0-1 to Eli Kappas. Swing and a miss at a fastball ankle high. 0-2. 20-3. So Eli Kappas is up with runners on the corners for Wahpeton, leading by 17. They're not going to steal the runner at first base, obviously. And that's going to be a ball to Eli Kappas. I know the New England Patriots came back from 28-3, but this is not football. It's going to be a long, long road ahead if Detroit Lakes wants to avoid the 8-run rule that this tournament uses after 5 innings. They still have 2 outs to get in the third. Wahpeton won their previous 3 games this weekend, looking to move to 4-0 here in their state title defense summer 2024. Eli Kappas follows that one off, and there's just no easy out in this lineup. They don't roll over, even with 2 strikes. Detroit Lakes has 1 strikeout so far in this game. And I don't even know if I'm going to have complete stats for you after the game. There is way too much to tally here as Kappas strikes out looking on a fastball. Belly button high down the middle. This stage of the game up with a 17-run lead. Umpire's probably going to open up the strike zone. You better open up yours too. As Nick Langenwalter comes back to the plate. 2 down in the third inning. Ball outside. On the mound for Detroit Lakes is Henry Peters. Right-hander. Got a kind of quirky delivery. Gets that one across to Langenwalter. Excuse me. Peters has been the most effective of the bunch here in the third inning. Grabbed 2 outs since coming in. Delivery on the way to Langenwalter. big swing with one hand on the bat. Can't connect. 1-2. This will be a fun game to dissect and put into the post-20 docuseries I'm working on at kbmwnews.com. As Langenwalter strikes out at a neck-high fastball, and that is going to end the inning. But not before 9 Wahpeton runs make it a 20-3 lead after 3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Robert Wanek, having fun watching Post-20 dominate their home tournament on B92.7 FM. Streaming live at KBMW News Live. Stick around. This game is not done yet.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Welcome back to John Randall Field, where your defending Class A state champion Wahpeton Post-20 leads Detroit Lakes 20-3. Yes, you heard that right. Wahpeton opened this one up with 4 runs in the first, 5 in the second, and a 9 spot in the third inning, highlighted by a 3-run homer from Jaden King and too many extra base hits to count, including a triple from Cooper Klosterman. Unhooked the plow, big man. Wahpeton in total control here. Cooper Klosterman doing a nice job on the mound, but with such a long inning, they're not going to have him go back out there and throw after sitting that long. They're going to go to Carter Hockert, who will make his summer debut here, his Legion debut for Post-20. Younger brother of Caden Hockert, who went 14-0 last year, the winning pitcher in the state championship game. I don't know if we'll ever see a Post-20 pitcher go 14-0 and win the state championship game again. 10-0 on Legion, 4-0 in spring ball. So he was 14-0 combined, as Wahpeton went 3-0. Went third place at the state tournament last year, won their first ever EDC championship versus West Fargo right here at JR. It was just a historic banner year for Post-20, and that says a lot for a program who's had some seriously prime years. So we're about ready to go here, top of the fourth. Detroit Lakes trying to chip away at this 20-3 lead. Like I said, scoreboard's got me ready for fall. Cowboy and Husky football. This Detroit team's going to need a little bit more than a couple field goals here. So Henry Peters will start us off in the fourth inning. Wearing number 10 against Carter Hockert. Peters swings at an outside fastball and fouls it out of play. So Hockert's first pitch for A Legion is a strike. Son of assistant coach and pitching coach Steve Hockert. Second pitch, fastball gets slowly grounded through the hole. That's a base hit between short and third. Cooper Klosterman now at shortstop.
Up next.
Looks like Caden Kappas has come out of the ball game. Kappas, your leadoff man for Post-20, two doubles, a hit by pitch and 3 runs. Corbin Crump steps to the plate, takes a high fastball for ball 1. So Peters gets the single to start it off for Detroit Lakes, who does have 5 hits in the ball game. And that pitch from Hockert hits Crump. So the first 2 runners reach base. Mason Erickson will pinch hit here. He wears number 11. He's got 2 ducks on the pond. Wahpeton leads this one 20-3 in the top of the fourth inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Detroit Lakes looking to lessen the blow. Swing and a miss. First pitch of the at-bat to Erickson. Coming out aggressive, though, on pitches in the zone. 2 swings and misses and a single. That one is softly fouled nearly into the first base dugout, which houses the Detroit Lakes team. Friendly fire from Erickson.
Please help us out return all 4 balls to the concession stand. We'd appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, 0-2 count here. Carter Hockert trying to get the first out of his Legion career on the mound. And he gets a swinging strikeout with a well-placed fastball. A couple inches off the outside corner to the right-handed Erickson. 1 down.
Up next, your designated hitter number 5, Easton Ryber.
Leadoff man, Easton Ryber steps to the plate. Hockert buzzes his hair with that one. High and inside, ball 1. Hockert, some good zip on his fastball, and he goes over the top of the batting helmet. Once again, it's 2-0. See if he changes his setup on the rubber, changes his arm slot. He's going to stand closer to the outside of the plate here for the third pitch of the at-bat, and that's where he's going to go, but it's low. 3-0 to Easton Ryber. We're at the top of the Detroit Lakes lineup. They trail Wahpeton 20-3, and this is a baseball game. Ball 4, presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm.
Coming to the plate, your center fielder number 9, Chaz Eckhoff.
So Chaz Eckhoff will trot to the plate here. Bases loaded for Detroit Lakes. 1 down, top of the 4th inning. Outside from Hockert. Infield fly rule in effect. If he is able to induce some soft contact, could go a long way getting this young man out of the inning. And that one is inside, and it gets away from Fleeflet. It's going to be a wild pitch. So runners on second and third now. Fleeflet's going to go out and talk to Hockert. So a run there for Detroit Lakes makes it 20-4. And this is a marathon game because Wahpeton has been pouring on the runs. We're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Hockert comes set. There's 1 down in the inning. Young Wahpeton pitcher throws it in the dirt. He has a 3-0 count. To the number 2 hitter for Detroit Lakes, Chaz Eckhoff. Eckhoff 0 for 2 with a looking K against Klosterman. Klosterman ended his day with 5 Ks. So good work from Klosterman as Hockert issues another walk to reload the bases.
Up next, shortstop.
So we're going to have a Minn Kota Egg product mound visit as Steve Hockert heads to the mound to discuss things with Carter Hockert. John Randall Field, half shaded now. Well, not half shaded, but the plate area is shaded by the stadium overhang. So Jackson Fleeflet and Kelly McNary, your home plate umpire, hanging out in the shade. Everybody else still in the sun here. It's Carter Hockert. Bases loaded. First pitch, fouled off. So little mound visit from his father and pitching coach. Gets a first pitch strike. Wahpeton would like nothing more than a get me over grounder for a double play. As that one catches the outside corner right on the black. Put a little bit of extra velo on that one. Carter Hockert up 0-2. Hockert out of the windup. Inside. Just missed the inside corner. 1-2. Nasty curveball gets a soft grounder to second. Malmy's going to go to first in time. Wahpeton will concede the run. Second out of the inning. Fielder's choice. RBI there.
Up next, your left fielder number 7,
From Chaz Eckhoff. from Noah Reiber, excuse me. So Reiber gets the Fielder's Choice RBI, and he now has 3 RBIs because he had the homer earlier, and it's 20-5. Detroit Lakes puts their second run of the inning on the board on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Runners on second and third. Carter Hockert on the mound in his first A-Legion appearance in relief. He falls behind Connor Beswick. 2-0. As the wind is starting to pick up here in the press box at John Randall. 2-0 pitch from Hockert is a bit high. It's 3-0. Pitch on the way from Hockert. Catches the kneecaps for strike 1. Beswick's going to have to stay in the box. They do have room for him at first base. 3-1 pitch to Beswick. He fouls that back. We're going to have a full count here. 2 down. Wahpeton leading 20-5. Top of the 4th inning against Detroit Lakes. Wahpeton looking to move to 4-0. Sweeping their home tournament. And Hockert's pitch goes behind the batter. It's a wild pitch that's going to bring in another Detroit Lakes run and cut the post-20 lead to 14 runs at 20-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Up next, your first baseman, number 21, Tanner Wilson.
Brings up Tanner Wilson, looking K his last time up against Cooper Klosterman. Strike. Fastball with a little bit of movement on it from Carter Hockert, and his fastball does play a little bit of action. Looking to get out of this inning, and he hits the batter upper part of the spine. You can hear it up here. So the bases are loaded, and Carter Hockert is laboring a little bit. It's going to bring up number 12, Cale MacArthur. As Detroit Lakes, a little bit of juice from the fans getting excited here, and why not? They have 3 runs in the inning. That one is hit to right field. Towards the line, Jaden King comes in and catches it. Sure as sugar, Jaden King out there ends the inning. 20-6. And that's going to do it, folks. 20-6, that's a final. We're going to wrap this one up early via Mercy Rule. Wahpeton post 20. Pouring it on, a little bit of home cooking at John Randall Field. 4 wins, no losses. Opening weekend of Legion Baseball. I'm Robert Wanick, and I'll be right back with your Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, Jamie, and Melissa have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Welcome to your Miller Realty postgame show, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. I'm Robert Wanick. Wahpeton wins this one 20-6. We're going to roll through this. I want to get down there for the trophy ceremony. This is your Miller Realty postgame show. Your Essentia Health player of the game, Cooper Klosterman, the 6'4" right-handed pitcher. He gets the win on the mound, strikes out 5 in an abbreviated 4-inning game. He also ends up a homer short of the cycle. Single, double, and a triple. Didn't know he had that speed in him. Essentia Health here with you, and your play of the game is the 3-run homer by Jaden Big Bird King, first homer of the season for Wahpeton. 20-6, Wahpeton wins. This was your Miller Realty post-game show, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. Wahpeton 4-0, baby. This is Legion Baseball on B92.7 FM and streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube.